I'm going to rant about the state of PTBs in Dead by Daylight. I haven't done one in a hot minute, so F it. This little section is just for my Sadako gamers out there. There's no changes from our bugs from the PTB. Her sinking is now fixed, but she is still invisible for 0.7 seconds instead of 1.2 seconds while demanifested. I played a couple games with PTB equivalents, PUBG, Overwatch and Battlefield 4 are the main ones, and I can say with 100% confidence, Behaviours is the worst, which is quite the achievement because Overwatch's was pretty bad. The entire purpose of PTBs are to test future patches before they go live, generally for these core things. 1. Bugs in changes, whether critical or small. 2. Feedback on said changes done so they can make adjustments from people who actually, play the game. Behaviour, however, don't do either of these two things. They ignore almost all feedback and ignore bugs which has been ever so present with the most recent patch. So this begs the question, why did they even bother with them in the first place? Let's take a look at some examples, shall we? Most recent patch, most night players were saying, hey, these changes are almost great, they just need a couple tweaks because he seems a little weak. The main one being the change where he can cancel one guard who is out by summoning another one, putting the initial one on cooldown, which was said to be a bug by Behaviour. This was a pretty fair assessment and one I had too after playing him on the PTB. We'll ignore the fact that Behaviour decided to push this rework to the PTB with a known critical bug on the character that fundamentally changes how he plays if it was fixed. But what was Behaviour's response? They removed the ability to cancel the guard, which people were expecting since they claimed it was a bug. But now when the guard goes away, his entire power goes on cooldown. So they've removed the one bug that felt good and then decided to add a further nerf on top of it, completely ignoring all feedback. Nice. This isn't the first time this has happened though. For my main Sadako experienced the exact same situation. Back in the most recent rework, it was universally agreed that she was kinda weak on the PTB, but she was almost perfect. She just needed a couple tweaks. No one could universally decide on what those tweaks were from all the discussions I joined during the PTB, but the consensus was out. She needed buffs. What did Behaviour do upon announcing the live changes? Hit her entire kit with nerfs, because why not? Your entire playbase is telling you that she needs buffs. Who wouldn't do the complete opposite? A decision so monumentally stupid, they had to immediately put a statement out a couple hours after the patch notes saying they would do emergency buffs in a couple weeks. The recent babysitter change is another example where a lot of people were saying it should disable in the endgame, similar to other unhooking buff perks like Off the Record. They didn't do anything. When Blight series got reworked from Compen 33, again people said the turn radius would be too much. What did Behaviour do? Absolutely nothing. Pushing it to live resulting in the next couple of patches needing to yet again change his add-ons. I swear to God his add-ons have changed so much in the past 6 months, I couldn't tell you what any of them do at this point. In fact, the only time they seem to bother to listen to feedback is when something is so astronomically terrible, like the Twins rework. Now, did Behaviour do what other game developers would do? Go back to the drawing board. Try to adjust the rework after the playbase waited like 4 years for it to come. Nah, fuck that pussy shit. Behaviour just scrapped the whole goddamn thing. So they don't care about feedback. What about bugs? Surely they'll fix bugs in the game, especially things like game critical bugs. Uh-oh, what's this? Generators are completely fucked and multiple are finishing when one gets finished. Oh no, are more generators spawning in on the map than there should be? Holy dog shit, that's the definition of a game critical bug. Surely nobody had any footage of some of these issues occurring on the PTB that was completely ignored, right? Oh, what's this? Is this my video uploaded 2 weeks prior to the live patch where there were clearly 4 generators left on the map while only having 1 left to finish? How did that get there? What's that? Wesker players were reporting the animations were completely fucking broken against him when he got a tentacle hit that happened literally every single time. Nah, that seems good to Behaviour. Keep that bad boy in there. This is merely scratching the surface of the many issues present in this patch. We aren't even going to go into the details of 2 hatches spawning in, the new UI skin removing the ability to see if you pick her up, Cookie's add-on nerfs not being reverted from the last patch when they said they would do it, countless animation bugs from opening chests to using flashlights to flashbangs and everything in between. Dead Hard is apparently deleting base kit BT. It's just never ending. In fact, I don't think there's been a buggier update since the engine upgrade. One of the main issues is the whole idea of the PTB is so fundamentally flawed. It's up for a couple of weeks before the patch hits, which is never going to be enough time to address the countless number of bugs that pop up from the spaghetti code. The ability to even leave feedback from the PTB on the forums is a complete disaster. The bug report process is so astronomically dogshit that nobody would ever want to fucking engage with it willingly. I mean, seriously, to do a report to bugs, you have to go to their website and their specific bug report portal. You fill out a novel on War and Peace, provide extensive and detailed evidence, filling every single box, and what's the first thing they ask you to do when you report it? An automatic email asking you to provide more details. I even had to wait 2 days for them to tell me that I had to reply to them with the same email I reported the bug from, when I signed into their website using the fucking Google sign-in. Anyway, that's all. Perhaps actually listen to the PTB feedback Behaviour. Perhaps don't push reworks to the PTB with known critical bugs. Perhaps fix known reported critical bugs from said PTB. And perhaps maybe, just maybe, give your devs more time to actually fix the potential bugs that arise from a PTB. Anyway, that's all from me for now, gamers. Catch you in the next one.